Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today I just thought I would randomly just show you what all I ate in a day. So this was a weekend, so me and my husband took turns in cooking and we cooked extensively a lot of dishes. So just some random recipes for you. So if you are interested, please keep on watching. For the breakfast, I'm taking this brown bread. It's called Fit and Vettel from Netto. It's super delicious, and I'm just toasting it. And after that, I decided to have cream cheese salmon sandwich. So taking that fresh queso, which is cream cheese, and spreading it in both sides. Taking a piece of lettuce and pressing it on. Then taking salmon, which is raukalax, two pieces of that, and this cream cheese salmon sandwich is my by far the favorite one. It's also super delicious, super nutritious. It also fills my stomach and I don't feel hungry for a long time in the morning. Also, this brown bread is by far my most favorite. I have tried so many brown breads, but this is the most delicious tasting brown bread ever. If you feel cream cheese is too much, you can also eat with healthy hummus. Can't live without my morning tea, which is by far my favorite. These Tetley black tea bags are the best, which comes close to Indian tea and also is so easy to make because it's instant. Just adding it some milk. Look at the color; it's just so perfect like Indian tea. So I really like it. I usually take some midday snack before lunch, so it would be usually a fruit, normally an apple or something. So this day I had some strawberries in the fridge, so I'm just cutting them. They were a bit squishy, so I had to, stab them a little and cut the squishy edges out. So, but they were really delicious and sweet. Next up for lunch, I decided to roast eggplants. In Germany, we do not have that many varieties of vegetables, so we have to adjust with whatever is available. To be honest, if it was in India, I wouldn't have never eaten an eggplant, but it is what it is. So I'm just cutting them into disc right now, and the idea is to actually suck out all the moisture so they do not become soggy when you roast them. So just you sprinkle some salt on them and leave it for half an hour so they sweat their water out. Then you can squeeze the water out, so just leaving it by covering it with a clean cloth. While they are on that, let me prepare the coating for the eggplant. So I'm taking this parmesan cheese, so it comes into triangles, so you have to grate them really fine. So just grating them here really fine, or you can also use a blender. Then I'm adding some equal amount of breadcrumbs, so this you easily get in any supermarkets here. I mix them both, and by then after half an hour these eggplants have given out the water. Do you see how many water droplets on the eggplant? So just taking a clean kitchen paper towel and then just wiping off all the water. Now I'm making sure that I also mix this coating mixture really well. Just checking out the recipe book now. So you do not need to add salt for this recipe because the one which you already sprinkled would be there. So just adding some paprika and garlic to finish off my coating mixture. I also melted two tablespoon of butter. So just coating the first layer in the butter and then pressing it really nicely onto the mixture. So you don't have to worry that mixture has to stick. You can also sprinkle it because it's anyways gonna melt. So here is my final thing ready to go in the oven, 200 degrees for 10 minutes, and they look so lovely after taking them out. They were so delicious. Next up, I'm taking some pawa from this TRS brand to make poha. So I took 1 cup of it and rinsed it really well twice under the water. And after that, I just left it for a while. So it has to be soft and it has to be, breaking between your fingers. And added some salt and little bit of sugar and left it for a while. Next, I'm taking a pan and frying peanuts in a little bit of oil. You can totally skip it and use cashew nuts if you don't like peanuts. And taking them out after a minute from the pan. And in the same pan, I'm adding some mustards and cumin seeds and frying till they are fragrant. Adding 2 pinches of asafoetida and frying it really well. Taking one big onion chopped finely, frying it also along with that. Now I'm taking some curry leaves. So these are the dried ones, and dried chilies, like around one chili, and then frying it. You can totally use any vegetables of your choice. I'm using some bell peppers here and some peas, so they really go well. And just leaving it for 5 minutes, then adding some turmeric and mixing it, and again closing the lid and leaving it for a while so that they all cook really well. Now adding my pawa to it and mixing it really well again and giving it a stir. So you can add a little bit of water if it starts sticking to the bottom of the pan. Then close the lid and cook it for 7 minutes until everything comes together and it is nicely fragrant. Now you can add the fried peanuts or cashews to it, and also add some parsley if you have, and that's it. So my lunch is ready. Evening I decided to have popcorn. I'm using this brand popcorn. So I'm just popping that corn in the machine, and the popcorn is here. Adding some butter spray, some salt, and some zero sugar sweetener. You can use sugar also, and just giving it a stir. Along with that, I made some fenchel anise kumel tea, which is chamomile, and then anise seed tea, which is really nice. So in the evening, my husband took over. We wanted to make seafood spaghetti. So just deshelling some prawns. Deshelling, is that even a word? I'm not sure. So yeah, doing that, cleaning the prawns, and yeah, usually we take this one packet, which is enough for both of us for a meal. Then I'm taking one frozen piece of salmon, just cutting it diagonally so that it will be nice and chewy in the spaghetti. Then I'm melting some butter in the pan, and once that is done, I'm adding my seafood to that. So they all are roasted really nicely and they turn fragrant, so they have to turn opaque. Till then I'm going to roast them. So adding some Himalayan salt there and some pepper, and then lightly just frying it and tempering it till they turn opaque. So then I'm boiling some water with some salt, and then I'm taking this dinkel or dark spaghetti, which you get pretty much in any supermarket. And once the water is roll boiling, I'm adding my spaghetti there and just leaving it there for a while. After 6 to 7 minutes, drain it and take it to a colander. Then I'm taking this Parmesan cheese, which comes in this triangle, and then start shredding it or grating it nicely. So that took a little time because it's really hard to grate them. I also shredded some mozzarella. This is the one which I took. By this time my seafood is roasted, taking them off the pan and continuing with my prep. So next I'm taking 4 to 5 cloves of garlic and cutting them really finely. Now let's prepare the sauce. In a pan, taking some olive oil, frying the garlic till golden brown, then adding some gram flour just to make our sauce thicken. So if you have any other method, you can use that as well. Then I'm taking half of the vegetable stock and putting that over and then mixing it up. Then I'm adding some crushed chili flakes and some Italian herbs like oregano or basil or thyme or anything like that. And then I added some fresh basil and my seafood to the sauce. And yeah, now time to add the shredded parmesan and mozzarella and give it a nice stir. To enhance the flavor, I also added this ricotta walnut pesto, 2 teaspoons of it, but this is really optional. Then I added the spaghetti and that's it, it's done. This went really well with a glass of wine, and I also served it with a little bit of shredded parmesan again, and that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.